Hey everybody, welcome back to Stratego Freaks for another exciting edition of the King of Strategus. Today's match is against our current king, Nemesis, against Nephandi. The veteran Nephandi has played in the King of Strategus before, and he's looking to get his first crown. So this should be another fun match. Nemesis played a very exciting match against Skyfall. I believe that was yesterday. And they played like kings. They went for it, and nice blind spy by Nemesis to help get closer to that victory, and he did manage to seal it up. Another thing I want to mention before today's match starts is now I'm confused because I'm looking at this winner Skyfall match, and I thought that was tomorrow, but nevertheless. I was going to live stream that, but apparently they are changing the day. Anyways, guys, what's going to happen is today's match, it's a mystery. You never can tell what's going to take place in these Stratego matches, but I do expect it to be interesting for sure, so we'll go. Now, I was going to be streaming Skyfall versus Winner on Sunday, but it looks like they're playing today. So I did post a flyer to promote that live stream, but it looks like they're just going to go ahead and do it today. So please ignore that. We will not be broadcasting that match. Bottom line is I'm just going to talk my gums off until it's time for the King of Strategus. Let's look at the rankings. Real quick, we got Winner at the top with 840 ELO, of super solid. You know, to get to 800 is a real accomplishment, and to get above that is just tremendous. Loser Maker not too far behind the 800. Eagle still creeping up. We know he's going to get there again for sure. Sarkitsis is doing really well. Kamikaze, Maelstrom's been having some good games lately. Garufo, sure enough, BFG, Overlord, Nemesis in the top 10. And Lotto Rush, Dave, Henry, Frosty, Napoleon, Carulos, Noobmeister, Samuel, Don Mitsos, and I don't even know what the 6'9". At 587, rounding out the top 20. So the top 20 is a real solid group of players, and any of these guys can beat anyone at any given time. Let me back out of here real quick, get back to the main screen. Let's take a look at the podium and the last man standing. Matt with a solid 7-0. And I guess let's look at the rounds. Yeah, I thought they were playing tomorrow because it does say 11 a.m. Sunday, 8 a.m. I guess I could do a post-game analysis of that match. Unfortunately, I won't be able to record it because I'll be doing this one at the same time today, which is a shame. Bottom line is we got some really good matches here. And if I'm going to reach out to some of these players in the LMS, the last man standing, to see if I can live stream their matches, and if they don't have a problem with it, I'll do that and commentate over them. I think we're getting down to the wire in this last man standing, which has been really good, really competitive, some upsets here and there, some fine play for sure, and it's still anybody game. Anybody left can still win, so this should be very exciting when we come down. We're looking at, once again, the best players are sitting in this top grouping here, so this should be really fun. All right, let me get back. I'm expecting these guys to be joining pretty shortly, and we'll take it from there. Let's just tune into this while we're sitting here, and we'll see what happens. And I'll be checking back in from time to time. And we'll just kind of wait this one out. I hope your weekend is going great. We are going to be heading out after this match and taking a little road trip. Get some sunshine, some nature, and really enjoyed this beautiful weather we're having. It poured here in Sacramento for like 2 weeks. We didn't see the sun, and now the sun is bright and shining in California. And we're super excited to get out, get some fresh air, and live that California lifestyle. Going to the historic town of Plymouth, Gold Country Town. We love going to the Gold Country Town to explore the history, see the cool sights, meet some people, maybe even find some gold. And speaking of finding gold, this Last Man Standing tournament will definitely be fun to see the winner when that gets down to it. Still anybody's ball game. So let me tune back in. Are these guys playing yet? And they are. We'll just watch this until the other two, Nephandi and Nemesis, sit down and play. Yeah, I'm a little confused why they started today. It's very strange. You know, winner being the best online player on Strategus. He's proven that for quite some time. Since I've been on Strategus, he's pretty much sat in the top 3. And I believe for like the last 6 months, maybe more, he's been on the top of the food chain there. So he's clearly separated himself from the rest of the field. His ELO and his AOR prove that he is one of the top guys. There's no doubting that. So if you are listening and you are participating in the Last Man Standing, please reach out if you don't have a problem with me live streaming your matches. I know. And let's get back here. Actually, let me... Boom, boom. And there they are. There's our competitors. So it says watch disabled, so please allow us to... There it is. And they're both sitting down, so this should be good. Nephandi is still slightly an unknown commodity. I love it, though, that he's throwing his hat or potential crown into the ring. We love it when, these players, how do I get out of this, test themselves. And one way to get good is to play solid players. So he's going up against a top 10 guy in Nemesis, and I love that. So congratulations to Nephandi for being a competitor and a guy that wants to improve and is getting out there. You know, on any given day, any player can beat anybody. And you jump in there with some courage and confidence, you too can be a king. And so I'm encouraging all new players, intermediate players, experienced players to join and see if you can do it. It's pretty fun. And why not? Why wouldn't you want to be a king, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens here today. All right, game is underway, and there's a quick scout from old Nemesis. Nephandi returning the scout. I'm going to try to stay locked in. I just had a cup of coffee, and hopefully that'll keep my brain going. All right, exchange of captains pretty early. Let's see what tricks Nephandi has up his sleeve today. Magnusio, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to an exciting match too, and you're welcome. I hope to cover as many matches as I can, and hope you enjoy them. Nemesis taking the scout with the lieutenant, stockpiling some pieces on the right side of the board and pushing. He's going to hit that bomb. He's going to find that early bomb. Bang! Early Colonel. Nephandi being aggressive. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and he looks to be applying that strategy right now. Not bashful at all, bringing that colonel in. Nephandi with the early lieutenant advantage. Still focusing on the right side of the board, Nephandi is migrating pieces slowly over there. Nemesis blockading in the center, pushed up, and kind of making an attack on all sides. Probing, trying to get some info, get some material. Nemesis pushing into the setup. Exchange. Nemesis keeping the two center pieces. Trying to maintain that position and keep the pressure up there. Keeping that tension. All right, that's a push. And he exchanges and he goes up the colonel there, or I should say the captain, and now looking to exchange colonels possibly. Nephandi pushes down, not looking for that exchange. Forcing it, this is very interesting. Yeah, he's going to make that happen. Gets the piece, goes up the piece, then exchanges a known colonel. So that's always a good move. If you're new to the game and there's pieces known on the board, if you can take a piece and then exchange, mission accomplished. So Nemesis trying to, get up the big piece. Maybe maintain that. It's very hard in the beginning of the game. Pieces will fly off the board, and some advantages you have early might be gone in the next few moves. But you always want to have the advantage at some point. You get into the end game up a captain or a couple lieutenants, something like that. That's very strong. That might as well be a marshal on the board. Boom, front row captain. And he hits the major. That's two captain advantage now for Nemesis, putting in the major, waiting for the hit, and gets what he was looking for, and then backs it out. This E piece. All right, so an exchange there too. So Nephandi taking advantage of his major and coming up on that that captain and getting one back. Good for him. And now retreating. Posts it. Looking to discover what this piece coming up is. It's hard to know if that's a bluff by Nemesis. Maybe just trying to pick up a scouting piece and then back off. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's a colonel. Who knows? Good scout there from Nephandi. Wasn't sure what was coming down and discovers the lieutenant. Captain coming in and discovering another major. Willing to give up that information there. But now, if you look at the board, Nemesis is down the sergeant and the lieutenant. But he does have information on two majors. Those two majors are going to become targets for sure. So let's see if Nemesis can use that information to his advantage and get one of those majors. So that was a major on E7 and I believe on I7. Nephandi being aggressive, coming in, coming down, looking to push pieces out of there and establish his dominance in the center and position into the setup. That's a push. Nemesis pushing back and not looking to get bullied, so he's looking to do something here too. He comes in. It's hard to say what this piece is. Oh, he scouts it. He bluffs, pressuring the major with the scout, and he finds the general. So that was a good move by Nemesis. Now he's got information on the gen and the two majors. And that could signify that the spy could be sitting on G7. So Nemesis gets back a lieutenant there. Slight advantage to Nephandi with the extra sergeant, but the information war is going to Nemesis right now. Once again, general over here on F8, major on D7, and I believe the other major is on I7. Could be wrong, it could be here, I forget what happened over there. This is an aggressive general charge. Will he push? Now, is that the spy? Is F7 the spy? And he's going to take there. And he picks up that lieutenant. Now, Nephandi down the lieutenant. Very back and forth game. Nephandi, like his avatar, is playing very prickly. Da-dump-dump. I'll be here all the week. My bad jokes are always on point. All right, here, let's see what's happening here. So, believe it's general on F5, major on D7, and another major on I7, I think, or I8. I think that is the situation happening here. Now, is this the marshal? Will Nephandi blind spy? I can't say, because this H7 piece could be the spy as well. And if this is the marshal, that's an exchange. Interesting. That's a good scout because he knows this is and then a good blockade there from Nephandi. Nemesis really trying to figure out what this H7 and what is going to happen here. Very interesting. Both of those could be the spy. Or one of them could be the spy, I mean, but it's very, precarious. Now, what is this? E7, I think, came from C7 and has now migrated over. It's a mystery piece. Could be the marshal. Could be a lot of things. Nephandi calculating taking his time, trying to figure out the best course of action. His gen is known, a major is known, and still the big pieces on Nemesis' side of the board are coveted. One bomb discovered over here on Nephandi's side on J8. That moves. Is this another scout? Okay, so that is clearly not the spy, and Nephandi is making H8 look like the spy. He's backed it up next to the gen, and he's pushed this other piece over. It's hard to say what that is. H7 is still a mystery, and it very well could be the marshal. And there's the 2. There's the gen, picking up another lieutenant. He's pushing on that. Interesting. So we can assume that is not the marshal there on H7. And Nemesis retracting that gen, really trying to isolate that the gen of Nephandi. He's pushed it back into the corner, and that piece sitting on I7 could be anything. All right, here we go. We got a push here. Aggressive play by Nephandi on the left side of the board, coming down the B file. Good afternoon, 7Cs. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you here. Charlie and Smalley, avid watchers, love having your presence. Seven C's, we'd love to have you in the King of Strategus. Let me know if you ever want to play. I'll put you in the roster. So I believe Nephandi's gen is still sitting on I9. And a couple mystery pieces floating around, one possibly the spy. Nephandi pushing up the gen, looking to activate it. Now coming down the left side, course correcting, switching, willing to keep that right side the way it is. General coming across now. Exchange of generals. Nemesis fine with that. I think both players were. And now Nephandi has a piece down in the setup. Nemesis with one scout, looking to preserve that for the right moment, maybe try to get the spy or discover the marshal. Pushing across. Interesting. Nephandi not having any scouts cannot do a long-range attack and possibly discover that spy, which gives Nemesis a little bit of freedom there. Nemesis with 10:20 on the clock, slight time advantage for Nephandi. Still a lot of time, it's not a factor. Pretty nice little game so far. And Nephandi playing a patient game, bringing this piece across. And a push. And there's the marshal. So utilizing one of those extra lieutenants to discover the marshal. Nemesis's marshal is still in the wings somewhere waiting. See if he can spring a trap. Nephandi really thinking this one through. Could be colonels about to exchange. And it is. Bringing that marshal down. Nephandi playing a very nice match. I do not remember where that marshal spawned from for Nephandi. Sometimes finding the location of the marshal can signify the roundabout side of where the flag is. That is definitely something that happens. And he's pushing now. Looks like Nemesis making a push on the right side of the board. He knows one bomb. And he's coming up on the back side here, looking to hope maybe trap a piece. Nemesis recognizing that, trying to clear out. Chasing. This is a pinched off piece. This is a kind of a 50-50 situation here. Let's see what it is. He picks up another lieutenant. He's up to 2 lieutenants now. So Nephandi's marshal sitting on I-5, and there's a hit. Going up the captain, big hit for Nephandi. Recognizing the situation, having to get something, and that's a good hit by him. You know, when you're down in a material, or, you know, we're getting into this close to the end game, real end game, and if you're down, you need to make a move, and he did. So good job to Nephandi for recognizing the situation. And let's see. Backing up. Chasing. Could just be an exchange of majors here. That's what it looks like. So I believe E and F on the 5 and on 5 are both majors. And Nemesis pushing up. Could this be a minor? It might just be a major trying to force a hit from Nephandi. You know, you push an unknown piece down up on a bomb that could be the tripod. You can scoop up a piece or two. And he does take it. Does turn out to be the major, and that was his intent, and he did it. So now he's even in the sergeant piece and down in the setup. And it was an exchange of majors. I think that was fairly obvious there. And Nephandi Spy has been very well played. It has not moved yet. So this is a new piece moving out. And it could be the remaining major. For Nephandi, looking to exchange and maintain that big piece advantage if Nemesis loses his last major. Okay, another piece is moved. So the bones of Nephandi's setup are being discovered. There's 1, 2, 3 possible bombed-in locations now. There could be 2 tripods. All right, that's a push. Nemesis crawling around the board. Pressuring. Nephandi playing a very solid match here. So now the bombed-in locations are down to 2. If they are bombed in, maybe it's an open flag, hard to say. But that tripod, that G10 square could be a flag. It's looking very prominent right now. Or a corner, but it'd be very hard for Nephandi to protect that A10 flag if it is there, seeing that his power is all on the right side, center and on the right side of the board. So I'm leaning towards G10 as the flag, seeing as how he's keeping that side, the power on that side, and keeping things from coming down. Having that extra, okay, that's a minor, and he's going to take that bomb. And there's a sergeant. We do know that Nephandi is going to have at least 4 bombs on the back row, I would say, unless that J9, that would be a double bomb, is a bomb. And now, a big push coming here from Nemesis on the left side, looking to get something down here. Nephandi blocking off the files here pretty nicely, so it's going to make it difficult for a liner to come up to center or the right side right now. and maybe looking to get a bomb down or a miner down of his own. He still has all 5 miners, plenty of opportunity to attack. And is he testing the corner? So being down the big piece, he does have the 2 lieutenants, Nemesis does, and he might be trying to play into a tricky end game here. And Nephandi coming down. And there's a bomb there. He utilizes the spy. Didn't think it was necessary since he does have knowledge on the marshal. So he utilizes that as scouting piece so he doesn't lose another valuable piece of material. Nephandi being aggressive, coming in for a hunt. Oh, and he hits the spy. The spy is there. Nemesis loses the marshal. What a play by Nephandi. Didn't buy it. It was newcomer Nephandi really playing a solid match here. Now, the pressure's on Nemesis. He's down the marshal, the captain. He's got his major on the board, but now Nephandi can force an exchange. With his spy being on, with the Nemesis' spy being off the board, it allows Nephandi to kind of roam freely and not have that burden. Nemesis coming in. He's going to hit there. And he hits a bomb. This game is looking like wraps. It looks like it might be a corner flag for Nephandi, and without having any pieces here to defend. This coming down, this could be the captain here, shutting it down. And it is. And it is. I think this game, it's over. We have a new king. Nephandi has done it. He has beaten Nemesis. What a game. That was incredibly well played. A very close game. And then the spy play. Nemesis not buying. That was the spy. Made a read and it was incorrect. And Nephandi took advantage and got the lead and now has the crown. So, put your hands together for the new champ. For the new king. Nephandi, you done it. You're proud of you. You are now the king of Strategus. And this is what we want to see. We want to see this crown get passed around and everybody gets a shot. And as I said earlier, on any given day, anybody can win. And Nephandi proved that today. So congratulations again. Nemesis, once again, you were king, a 3-time king, I believe. And has defended it a total of 7 times of all of his king runs. So congratulations to that. Congratulations to Nephandi once again for being the king. Guys, I got to go. Have a great day. I'll see you on Strategus, and I'll beat you there too. Bye.